Hey, what's going on, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. The Dodgers trading Gavin Lux before opening day. More on that in just a second. But quick reminder for all latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: should the Dodgers trade Gavin Lux? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. And also, if they do, who should they target for him? Let me know down below in the comment section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So will the Dodgers trade Gavin Lux? Well, the Athletics Dodgers insider. So will the Dodgers trade Gavin Lux? Well, the Athletics Dodger insider, Fabian Ardaya, he thinks they could move Lux before opening day. He wrote in his latest piece, the question is not about Gavin Lux's talent, but more so about fit. The departure of Corey Seager appeared to open up second base for Lux once again, and maybe it still has, but the Dodgers re-signing Chris Taylor complicates things. While Taylor won't necessarily be the everyday second baseman, he still will get a majority of those at-bats that otherwise would go to Lux. He'll go on to write, the Dodgers could look to continue expanding Lux's defensive profile or possibly see what value there is for the former top prospect to try to address other parts of the roster. So the reality with Gavin Lux is he hasn't lived up to the hype quite yet. For his career, he's slashing .233, .314, .368 with a .682 OPS. Last season had a .692 OPS, but he's just played in 144 games, and he's had 532 big league plate appearances. So it's still early. There's still time for him to realize that potential. But let's say the Dodgers were to move him. Let's say they were to have him as a headliner for a big trade. You have to include some other prospects, but here's who I think the Dodgers should target if they're going to trade Gavin Lux. So if you're going to flip Gavin Lux, the top priority has to be to get a frontline starter. And for me, the dream has always been Luis Castillo. Can the Dodgers find a way to get the rock, La Piedra, in Dodger blue? Well, if you look at his numbers, he's been one of the best top 10 to 15 pitchers in Major League Baseball over the past few seasons. He has a career .372 ERA, a .347 xFIP, a .384 SIERA, a 26.2 K percentage, an 8.8 walk percentage. He has that heat, averaging 97.1 miles per hour on his four-seam fastball. There was that changeup, the sinker, the slider. He has filthy stuff, electric stuff, and I'm telling you, he's the guy that the Dodgers need to go after. He still has 2 years of team control. He can help the Dodgers win next year and the year after that. And I think when you look at his comp, you look at the Blue Jays trade for Jose Barrios, because for Jose Barrios, the Twins, they got 2 top 100 prospects for him in Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson, and Barrios just had a year and 2 months of team control left. Castillo has 2 full years, so it's going to require another top prospect along with Gavin Lux if you want to swing a trade for Luis Castillo. And yes, he did struggle in the first half of last season. First half, not so great. If you look at his numbers, a .465 ERA, a 4 FIP, a .402 xFIP, a .447 SIERA. Those strikeout numbers were down. He posted a 21.4 K percentage, a 10% walk percentage. So yes, he struggled mightily in the first part of the season. On opening day against the St. Louis Cardinals, he gave up 10 runs, 8 earned, no punch-outs in 3 innings of work. It just wasn't the same Luis Castillo that we were accustomed to seeing. He still had the location, he still had the command on his changeup, but he was leaving his secondary pitches right down the middle. He was leaving them middle, and teams were rocking him. And then he made some adjustments, and the biggest difference was he started to command that four-seam, that sinker. He got the feel for that slider once again, and then you combine that with the fact he still had that filthy changeup, the results started to come in, and he was looking like that elite pitcher once again. He posted a .318 ERA, a .315 xFIP, a .349 SIERA. You saw that K percentage go back up. It was at 27.1%. The walk rate, it was reduced to 8.5%, and the Dodgers saw firsthand how good he was in the second half when Castillo outdueled Walker Buehler in September. The Reds won 3-1. Castillo went went 6 1/3, had 10 punchies, 2 walks, and he looked fantastic. You saw that elite, filthy repertoire of pitches that he has, and the Dodgers, they were just befuddled all night against Castillo. And there are some other starting pitchers out there that the Dodgers should consider trading for as well. You've got Frankie Montas, Chris Bassett, Tyler Mahle, Sonny Gray. I've done deep dives on all these guys. So if you want to go back and check out the videos, I'll post those in the descriptions. But here's a name we haven't really talked about, and that is Germán Marquez. Yes, the Colorado Rockies ace, Germán Marquez. They were trying to trade him at the deadline, or they were listening to offers for him, and he has 3 more years of team control, $11 million in 2022, $15 million in 2023, and a $16 million club option in 2024. And if you look at his home road splits for his career, he has a 7.08 opponent's OPS on the road. If you look at his ERA, a 3.85 ERA away, and a 4.73 ERA at Coors Field, where pitchers go to die. So he's another pitcher that could really help out the Dodgers. And then there's also some position players as well. Now, how about Jose Ramirez? Yes, it's going to take a lot to get a player of Jose Ramirez's caliber. He has another 2 years of team control left, but he's a player that if the Dodgers could find a way to get a deal done, you include a top prospect as well as Gavin Lux, and maybe you could get the Cleveland Indians to consider it, because they were shopping him at the deadline last season. There was talk that the Indians offered catcher. There was talk that the Indians offered Ramirez to the Blue Jays for catcher Alejandro Kirk and some other top prospects. So if he's available, that's a player that the Dodgers definitely should consider adding, especially with Justin Turner hopefully going to the designated hitter spot, and you have Jose Ramirez, who can play third base, also second base, also shortstop, a very versatile player. But having him as your third baseman, this guy's an absolute beast. Last season, slashed 266, 355, 538 with an 893 OPS, hit 36 bombs, had 103 RBIs, had 27 steals, a 6.7 B-WAR, and played 152 games. So very durable as well. So that's someone who would be another dream candidate. But I do think the Dodgers are going to have some options if they do want to flip Lux. The only thing right now is his value. What is his true value at this point? Having played 144 games, having had some real downs and some ups, but there is a lot of upside when it comes to Gavin Lux. He has flashed that potential. You do see that athleticism. He has that sweet swing. And I do think, considering how much team control he's under until the year 2027, I think there's going to be a lot of teams out there that will be interested in Gavin Lux. A change of scenery for the top prospect, he might thrive. So I definitely think if the Dodgers want to deal him, they definitely could. It's just, who else will they attach? What other top prospects will they be willing to include? In my opinion, I think you don't include, of course, the Cartayas or the Michael Bushes or the Pepios or the Bobby Millers, but there are a lot of attractive prospects that the Dodgers have in their farm system that other teams would covet. We're going to put together some specific trade packages in another video that I'm going to drop next week, and then ask you guys on Twitter, if the Dodgers were to trade Gavin Lux, who would you want to see them flip him for? And here were some of your responses. @DodgerFan316 tweeted, "A deal for Bieber, no doubt. I'd package Lux with an Andre Jackson and 1 or 2 lower-level players for Biebs. Tribe don't like to pay, and this is our chance to strike. Bieber, Buehler, Urias, Kirsch, Prayers, and Heaney, with May coming back, and we see what happens with Bauer." @Grandpa Kirsch tweeted, "His value is terrible right now. We shouldn't trade a former top prospect for less than he's worth when he's only played 144 games in the big leagues. He'll come around." Then @BeerMeAgain909 tweeted, "Only for Luis Castillo, no one else." Then Derek tweeted, "I like Matt Olson, and you would have him for 2 years. If I don't think that Jackson, White, or May could round out the rotation, then I would see if I could get Olson and an A's pitcher if the prospect price was reasonable." Then @DickBeaver2 tweeted, "Castillo and Gray." JCP tweeted, "Prospects, but doing so now would be selling low. Put him at 2B and Trey at shortstop for next year." Larry Brown tweeted, "I would trade him for Soto." That's probably not going to happen. Then @Coligio26 says, "Alex Verdugo. It would be great to have Doogie back. I don't see that as a possibility." Then we've got @WashSquid who tweeted, "No one. Dodgers should keep Lux." But let me know down below in the comment section, do you think the Dodgers should trade Gavin Lux? Me, I love me some Luxy, but this team is in win-now mode. That World Series window is still open, and if you add another frontline starter, another impact bat, you could put yourself in a position to win another Fall Classic. Now, I wouldn't just give him away, but if you can make him a part of a deluxe package, then I would definitely consider it. But let me know down below. My name is D-Mac. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.